Hi, my name is Campbell. Uh, I've been a healthcare practitioner for 35 years. Um, a few years ago, I got very ill. I got injured, and I believe a lot of the reason I survived was because of the skills that I had for my practice. Um, I was clear with my nutrition. I'd really been focusing on exercise before I got injured. Um, And so I put all my focus on that, and I got back a good bit. There was part of it was a head injury. The mental piece was really confounding me. It just had stopped improving. Memory was I just find myself not knowing where I was or what I was doing, and but I had gotten back to the point where I was driving, and I gave a friend Jarman Massey, a ride home one day. And he said, here, take this bottle, and it was a bottle of Neurobrite. So I took the Neurobrite, and in 2 weeks I noticed just a remarkable improvement. I felt like I could go out of the house and not be concerned about suddenly finding myself lost and going around in circles and not knowing what I was going to say, and losing words, so I couldn't be in conversation with people. And now I could sit with one or two people for a short while. And being overwhelmed was a piece of the puzzle. I'd used exercise to really ground me and give me a space to be still, and I was using spirulina. I was using hydrocell for hydration. I was using microhydrin, which was really helping with recovery. And of course, the spirulina I had continued. I noticed that when I added these products, all of a sudden my mileage jumped, almost doubled in a week. And then the next week, it made another jump, and then the third week I jumped up to 300 miles in a week, which was a lot of training for me, and I was able to recover without being in bed for days. So then episodes would come and go and come and go, and if I exercised too hard, I couldn't sleep at night. I'd be awake all night. I could lose up to 6 pounds in a night because my metabolism would be so high. My heart rate would just kind of go wherever it went, and my blood pressure would be up and down. And then in May, Jarman said, there's this conference that's happening in Dallas, the RBC, you got to come. They're releasing a product, we don't know what it is, but you need to come. So I went with him to Dallas, and it was StemKine. And we got the StemKine that night. We got a bunch of bottles, and I started taking it right away. And by the time we got home, people could tell a difference in me, because when we got back to town, by the time we got back, it was 1 o'clock in Dallas. We went to a gathering of friends, and I was there until 1 o'clock in the morning, which would have been 4 o'clock in Dallas, or 3 o'clock. And I was more animated and comfortable, and then I just started noticing my nails were growing faster, and irregularities in the nails were disappearing. Then I noticed my sleep. I'd go to sleep, and I could sleep. And then I had, part of the illness was a number of viruses which really took over when my immune system got suppressed. And I just realized that the viruses were I felt like I'm not doing this alone anymore. And then I had some warts on my body which were virus, and one of them fell off, and the others had just continued to get smaller and almost gone at this point. So things just continued to get better. I would sleep at night after my workouts. I could work out harder and sleep. Then I would, suddenly I was only losing a pound, maybe 2 pounds at night. And Jarman and I had committed to a 200-mile bike ride with 16,500 feet of climbing. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was a bit nervous. Didn't know if I could complete it. There was a cutoff time. Didn't know if we'd make that. and I didn't know what was going to happen after. But I did the event, supplemented during that time with microhydrin, spirulina, and hydrocell, and an occasional StemKine in the middle. And then when I got home that night, and my last 6 miles were my strongest at the end of 200, I came home that night, I went to bed, and I slept until 7 o'clock in the morning. I got up, felt fine, laid down again I didn't lose a pound, didn't lose any weight, and then I laid back down at 11 and woke up at 2, and I was fine. And I went for a bike ride, 40 miles the next day, and I didn't lose any weight. My metabolism didn't go crazy, and I feel like without the RBC products, it would have been, I'm not sure where my life would be at this point. So I'm really excited about seeing the possibilities for other people, and sharing the products, and because of my background as a practitioner, it makes it easier for me to see, which products are going to benefit which people the most, so that they can get started getting benefit, and then maybe move into other products. And I think StemKine would benefit everybody from what I can have experienced. My recovery time is much less. My sleep is much better. My hair is, I just got a haircut today, and my haircutter said, that hair's not going anywhere. It's just really thick and rich and full, and so I feel blessed to be able to share this with other people.